you're okay. I've designed this next workout for you just as a muscular strength and endurance type activity. So it's a little bit different to some of the other things that we've done before. It does consist of levels, okay, so you've got 3 levels to choose from in this workout. That will become apparent as I go through it. But in a nutshell, basically level 1 will consist of doing 1 exercise for 15 repetitions. Level 2 will be 2 exercises for 15 repetitions, and level 3 will be 3 exercises for 15 repetitions. You have got the option here, if you want to start off at a lower intensity, you can just do 10 repetitions of each exercise, but again, choose which level you want to start, okay? So you can do 10 reps at level 1, or if you wanted to start with 10 reps at level 2 and progress to level 3, then that's fine, okay? So the idea is that you work up to eventually being able to do level 3 for 15 repetitions, okay? There are 5 exercises that you need to do, or 5 different categories, I should say. And as I said, if you're at level 3, you'll be doing 5 different categories with 3 exercises in each thing. It will become apparent when we start the video. So I will demonstrate level 3 just so you can see how to progress to level 3 and what level 3 should look like, and I will go for 15 repetitions, okay? But as I said, you have got the option to do 10 reps if you want to. All right, so all you're going to really need for the workout is a chair, just mainly for stability, some hand weights or anything that you've got that you can use as a weight. Ideally have 2, because as I said, you need to do things with both hands. Also make sure that the room is well ventilated, that you've got a drink to hand, and that you're wearing suitable clothing. Footwear, again, I'm barefoot because I'm in the house and I'm on carpet. If you're barefoot and on laminate, you might want to rethink the socks or pop some trainers on. Just to make sure that you're not going to slip over, okay? So make sure you're nice and safe in order to work out. And as usual, if you've got any changes in symptoms, health or medication, then don't attempt any exercise today, okay? So if you've not already, you need to do the warm-up before completing this video, because this is just the main component of exercise, okay? So you need to do a separate warm-up, separate cool-down. So if you haven't already, go and do your warm-up, click on one of the YouTube warm-up videos, and then come back to me as and when you're ready. Okay guys, so I'm going to demonstrate the first exercise from a level 1 to a level 2 to a level 3, and then I'll demonstrate all the rest of the exercises at level 3 only, just so that you can get an idea of what we mean by the different levels and how to incorporate all the different exercises. Okay, so your first category that you're going to be working on is going to be arms and shoulders. Okay, so for this we've put together bicep curls, shoulder presses, and also tricep extension, okay? So I'll show you first of all level 1, then level 2, then level 3. As I said, I'm going to go for 15 repetitions. You guys can go for 10 repetitions if you prefer the lower intensity option, okay? As with everything, we like you to keep your feet moving if you're doing any arm work, okay? You should know this from class. So starting off at level 1, you would look like this. Bicep hammer curl. So hammer curl is holding the dumbbells the way I am, or whatever you've got as your hand weight, so your palms are facing inwards, not outwards, okay? And you'll see why we're using a hammer grip in a second, okay? So you're going for 15 repetitions or 10 if you're doing lower intensity, remember, okay? I won't keep repeating that because you should know and you'll get fed up of me saying it, okay? So that was 15 repetitions roughly. It's difficult to keep count when I'm talking to you. All right, so 15 reps, hammer grip, bicep curls, that was level 1. Level 2 will be a bicep curl into a shoulder press. So you're keeping with the hammer grip, okay, but you're doing this. Obviously you'll be keeping your feet moving when you start exercising. So off you go for level 2. So bicep curl into a shoulder press, making sure it's nice and slow and controlled, okay? You're not overextending as you're pushing up and not locking your elbows out, okay? So this is level 2. So as I said, you're doing 2 exercises, but they flow quite nicely, okay? So it just means that you're working a bit harder, and obviously you're going to get a bit more breathless on different levels because you're incorporating more muscle groups and doing more work. Okay, I'm going to do one more rep because I've lost count. Okay, so that would be your level 2, right? Level 3 is a bicep curl into a shoulder press, and then a tricep extension. So you drop the weights behind you and then back up, okay? And then you just come back down. So I'll do that from the side so you can see how it looks. So your bicep curl up, straight into a shoulder press, and then weights behind you, back up, and then back down, okay? So level 3 would look like this, keeping your feet moving, remember, keep marching. So you're coming up, up, back, and then back up. And then literally just reverse it, okay? Just so it flows quite nicely, okay? So as I said, you'll do this for 15 reps if you're at level 3, unless you're doing level 3, lower intensity, okay? So as you can see, it incorporates 3 different exercises, but it flows quite nicely in order for you to be able to complete it, okay? So I don't know how many repetitions I've done now, so I'm just going to make this the last one just so that you can see what we've done, okay? So as I said, keep marching between sets and reps, and obviously between different exercises as well. Use that as your recovery point if you need to, and then progress on to the next one, all right? So keep marching if you feel you need to. If you want to go straight into the next exercise, then you can, okay? Okay guys, exercise 2 is all about the legs and the glutes, or the bum area as you guys would call it. I'm going to demonstrate the exercises quite slowly now without the chair, because you won't see what I'm doing otherwise if I go straight in with the chair. Okay, so your first exercise, level 1, would be a side leg raise. Level 2 will be a side leg raise and then a kick out to the back. Okay, so you're just keeping your leg straight and kicking out to the back. Level 3, you're bending your leg and you're taking it out to the side to a hydrant. Okay, so level 1 looks like that, level 2 looks like that, and level 3 looks like this. Okay, so it's a lot to think about, but once you get into the flow you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so making sure that you've got your chair for your stability. As I said, I'm going to demonstrate level 3. Okay, so you've got the option for 10 or 15 reps depending on how intense you want to be. All right, so you're going out to the side, behind, and then up and out. Okay, take your time with it. You don't need to do these exercises quickly in order for them to be effective. Okay, and you will lose concentration. Okay, so out to the side, out to the back, bend the leg, and out to the side again. So the one out to the side with the bent leg just hits the glutes a little bit differently. All right, so just making sure that you're doing it nice and controlled. You don't need to worry too much about how it looks. All right, you should be feeling a little bit of a burn now in the bum and the side of the bum area. Okay, I'm going to make this my last one because I've lost count of how many reps I've done. Okay, so remember, opposite side, just to even it out so that you are doing the same again. So I'll just demonstrate just once on this side. So out, behind, and then to the side. Let's move the chair so you can see it. Out to the side, behind, and then out to the side again. All right, so that's your level 3 on exercise number 2. All right, as I said, keep marching in between onto your next section. Okay, so your exercise 3, use this as a recovery if you need to, and get the blood back into the legs and the bum. Okay, right, on to your third exercise, which is your back and shoulders. Okay, focused on that. So your first exercise will be a double front raise. Okay, so by front raise, we don't want you bringing your weights up to any higher than shoulder height. Okay, so you're doing it doubly, remember, so make sure that your weights aren't too heavy. All right, so if you're doing level 1, you'll just be doing the double front raises, just like that, keeping your feet moving, remember, because we're doing an arm exercise. Level 2s will be doing a front raise into a side raise, so you're going front into side. Okay, so front into side, so that's 1 repetition. Level 3s, you'll be doing a front raise into a side raise into an upright row. Okay, right, so As I said, choose your level, so level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, 15 repetitions or 10 repetitions if you're doing a lower intensity. I'm going to demonstrate level 3, okay? So as I said, keeping your feet moving, and you'll be doing 15 repetitions if you're at level 3 that I'm at, not the lower intensity version. So remember, keep your feet moving. You don't need to be marching, you know, your knees don't need to be coming up, just keep your ankles moving, lift your heels off the floor, because otherwise you'll get confused and forget what you're doing. Okay, so starting off with your front, side, upright row, okay? This one's going to be quite taxing. So if you feel that you're going for level 3, 15 reps, and you can't quite manage it, drop down to whatever number of repetitions you feel comfortable, because these will burn, okay? Your shoulders aren't really designed to carry an awful lot of weight, okay? So making sure nice controlled movements, no jerking, okay? Definitely don't use momentum, okay? The amount of people I see doing this is ridiculous, or this. We don't want to see any of that, okay? So you don't want that, you just want up, out to the side, and then up, okay? So your posture remains quite upright, okay? So last one, up, side, upright rows, okay? So that's your level 3 on your 3rd exercise. Okay guys, your 4th exercise is orientated all around the chest, okay? The description I'm going to use is a chest push, because it's not so much of a press, okay? Because obviously you're standing up. To do a chest press, normally you'd be lying down. Right, so ideally try and keep your feet moving if you can. If you can't, if you prefer to stay static, then just do your 1 rep and then just march in between just for a few steps, okay? Because it is quite difficult to coordinate, okay? So grab your weights. Level 1 will be an alternative chest push. So I'll just demo what that is. It's literally coming across the body with your weights, okay? 1 arm at a time, okay? So you're pushing the weight up diagonally as if you were, you know, going from corner to corner, okay? So that's your chest push. Level 2 will be alternate chest push and then a double, okay? So you bring them to meet in the centre. Okay, you can't cross over each other, so just bring them up, just more centre line, okay? So that's level 2. Level 3, alternate chest push into a double, bring them back into a rainbow, okay? You probably remember rainbows from another workout that I've done, okay? Double into a rainbow, okay? So you can see it flows quite nicely, but don't attempt to do it too quickly because you will confuse yourselves, okay? So I'm going to do level 3, all right? Keep your feet moving or lift your heels if you can. As I said, if you can't, you can stay static, but make sure you're marching in between your reps just for a couple of marches, just to keep the feet moving, all right? So I'll do it as best I can whilst I'm marching. So we'll do alternates, into doubles, into rainbows, okay? So as I said, you need to make sure that you're doing this nice and slow. And I always find telling yourself what you're doing helps you to keep in motion. So alternate, alternate, double, rainbow, okay? Alternate, alternate, double, rainbow, okay? So pace yourself, you don't have to do them quickly, and just making sure that you're not swinging the weights, okay? You've got nice control on your weights, okay? So I'll demo from the side after this one, just so you can see. So across, across, double, and then a rainbow, okay? So I'm making sure that I'm as upright as possible, okay? So as you can see, I'll come back to centre now. Last one, cross, across, centre, and then up, okay? So that's quite mentally challenging to remember that coordination, all right? But if you can manage level 3 for 15 reps, then well done. Okay. Right guys, you're on to the 5th and final exercise now. So this is all orientated around the legs, okay? Level 1s, you will be doing an assisted squat, and by assisted we mean holding onto a chair. Level 2s, you will be doing an assisted squat into a calf raise, and level 3s, you will be doing an assisted squat into a calf raise into a side lunge. You do have the lower intensity option of doing a knee raise instead of a side lunge on level 3 if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate on the side just for demo purposes, just so you can see how it will look, because if the chair's in front of me, you're not going to see what I'm doing. Okay, so as I said, I'll do level 3, so 15 reps. Remember, you're going to have to do this on each side, okay? So you're going to do 15 reps on one leg, 15 reps on another. Yes, that means more work for your squatting and your calf raises, but you need to make sure that you're evening your legs out, okay? So make sure you pace yourself on this particular exercise, especially if you're doing level 3, all right? Okay, so this is how it will look. So you're doing a squat, so you squat down, okay? That would be your first one if you were doing level 1. Your level 2 will look like this, a squat into a calf raise, so up onto your tippy toes and back down. Level 3, you will do a squat into a calf raise into a side lunge or a knee raise, okay? So off we go. So we're going to do a squat into a calf raise into a side lunge, all right? So just remember, keeping your chest nice and high, making sure you're going into a nice flow. Don't do them too quickly, okay? Making sure that you're staying focused, holding on to the chair for stability, okay? Because as I said, it's quite difficult to do without something to hold on to, all right? I'm going to swap sides now, go the opposite way, just for demo purposes. Okay, and if you were going to be doing this with a knee raise, I'll just demo that. It will be a squat into a calf raise into a knee raise. Okay, squat, calf raise, knee raise. All right, squat, calf raise, knee raise. Okay, so as I've said, if you can manage level 3 and do 15 repetitions, then great. Just make sure that you're swapping legs and doing 15 on that side, or you can't really do 7.5, so you'll have to do 16 reps if you want to do 8 each leg. Okay, so if you're happy, you can go through this again as many times as you like, up to 3 circuits through. If you just want to do one circuit, one complete circuit at whatever level you like, then that's completely fine. Just make sure you hop over onto one of our cool down videos now, cool down, stretch, and then obviously you're finished for the day. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it, and obviously if you're starting off at level 1 and you want to progress to level 3, then you've got the next few weeks to keep referring back to the video to add in different exercises. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. All right.